Hey, Dan.
What's going on, Gary?
What you got in there?
Top secret. Maybe a little test bait action?
That would be awesome. Well, this is kind of a cool show that we're going to bring you today. This is Dan Spengler. He's Berkeley's top hard bait developer. Has been an integral part of the Flicker Shad series, the Flicker Minnow series, the Hit Sticks, all the bass baits.
Well, inside this box here, we have some crankbaits that Gary and I have been developing with Corey. We already know from the lab research that the fish would probably like the bait based off the action dynamics, but here, this is the real test here. We've tested the prototypes though.
Yep, we've tested prototypes, we've trolled with them, we've casted with them. Now this is going into the final stages, so Dan and I are going to make sure everything's good. Plus we've got a bowl-shaped lake at a time of year where it's normally a little bit tougher. We're going to talk about how to fish this lake. It's been literally summer stretching into fall, where this area is usually just smoking hot with good fish. It's been a little bit slow, we know that, and so we're gonna show you what to do in a lake situation like that. So come join us, and you can get your next bite.
Small lakes in general are a perfect opportunity for casting crankbaits, mostly because of the absence of deep structure. What little structure that is available is generally shallow, either on shorelines or mid-lake. Not only is this a great opportunity for crankbaits, it's also a great opportunity to put prototype crankbaits to the test.
Good fish. It just crushed.
You got a big fish. Here, I'm gonna get an anchor right away. Looks like you hit almost right by the boat.
Yeah.
Holy man.
Yeah, this is a big fish, Gary.
Man, oh man.
Boy, this is a good one.
Yeah, it is.
It's biting like a really good one.
Oh my, it's
What's
a big
nice walleye. Oh my gosh. Yeah! Was it a good decision to go here or not?
Yeah, it was a good decision.
All right.
Wow.
Man,
that's a beast. That's a beast, Daniel.
All right.
Nice job.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
Awesome.
Ooh, yeah.
And it hit like right here. Oh my goodness. Wow. He's got you all tangled.
Yeah.
He's gonna beat you up, Spengler.
Yeah, he is. He wants out of this net.
He does.
Oh, look at that.
Up.
All right.
How lucky can we get there?
It couldn't be any better than this right here.
Yep. Well, get that big boy back.
All right.
All right. There's a heck of a fish there, buddy.
Oh, look at that.
I'd like to spend just a minute explaining how to fish lakes like the type of lake that Dan and I are fishing today. This is a bowl-shaped lake. If you're going to draw a picture of it, it'll be like a soup bowl. It's not very deep in the middle. It's got tapering edges. You might have some reefs and sunken islands on the lake, but in many cases they're kind of featureless. This year the weather was hot and it set itself up so that we're in early fall, but we don't have necessarily fall conditions. We still have some fish that are in some summer patterns, some that are starting to go to fall. They're a little confused and they're tougher to catch. So how do you do that? Well, one of the things that you can use to your advantage is the fact that they still are aggressive fish. Their metabolism is high. So we picked a technique like casting crankbaits because they'll attack the baits. Sometimes you can trigger them into biting if you have a good high action bait, and that's what we're doing today. So casting shallow, and you know, that'll help you catch more fish in this transition time from summer to fall.
Oh man, it looks like
he's just smashed it too.
Looks like it's fighting like a walleye too.
Yeah, it does.
I'm getting the net.
It is fighting just like a walleye, Dan.
Nice. I'm getting up here.
He just hammered it. It was only a little bit off the rocks. All right.
There we go. All right.
That's a pretty nice one, Danny.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, you know, he was right on the rocks too. I don't think I made about 2 cranks. Actually, it kind of scared me because I thought at first it was a rock. Oh, Danny, I might need the pliers.
Okay.
No, I got it.
Okay.
Here it came. Yep. This is a pretty nice fish right here, Danny.
Yeah, great fish.
Yeah. Fun too. When you're casting for these things, they hit like
Just
freight
smash
trains.
it. Just smash
They just smash it. Well, we'll let this guy go. Okay, buddy. Let's see. There he goes. Nice.
The next bite is brought to you by Mercury Marine. Go boldly. Schaefer's Specialized Lubricants. Putting equipment first. Tracker Boats. Fish the finest. Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's. Your adventure starts here. Berkeley. Catch more fish. And Power Pole Total Boat Control. Closed captioning for the next bite is provided by Precision Trolling Data, the authority for crankbait diving depth information. Casting crankbaits is a very simple but effective technique. It becomes even more simple when using the correct equipment. Longer rods enable you to cast further, and a no-stretch line is a must.
I want to talk to you a little bit about something that's kind of overlooked, but fishing line. So here we actually have X9 braid. This is my favorite braid for a casting setup. It's actually a 9-carrier braid. I really like this line, the way it sets up on my casting reel for distance casting. So to me, this makes all the difference in the world when I want to have the right cast at the right time. What I like to do is pair it up with Trilene 100% fluorocarbon. I do this because I don't want to run my crankbaits on straight braid. Number one, I like to have the abrasion resistance. Then I also get that invisibility factor. So the fish aren't seeing the line on my bait. They're seeing a distance where I connect the line. So that's what I do when I fish the casting setup. So in terms of the spinning rod, I actually like to fish Berkeley Fireline. So I like that when I'm fishing lighter crankbaits, lighter action items, so I want to have that distance casting. It has less wind knocks. It's a phenomenal line. I also will pair that up with the Trilene 100% fluorocarbon. I'll go from 8-pound to 15-pound depending on what species I'm targeting. There we go.
You got one, Dan?
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna get my line in and then put it in anchor. That's probably a walleye because it bit over a little deeper water.
Yeah, I think so.
I'm gonna.
It's not hooked very good. Just on that back treble hook. There you go.
Got him.
All right.
Nice.
Get those pliers.
Yeah. Okay. There you go.
Yeah, this side doesn't have anything on it. There we go. Another nice walleye.
A little fatty.
Yeah.
That one is. Plus he's got the extra weight of the tuners.
Yeah. Hit pretty hard, so.
Nice.
Total Control, presented by Power Pole. 20 years of trust evolved from Total Boat Control.
You know, there's so many uses for power poles, but many of them, obviously, when you think about the use of it, is in fishing applications. For a northern walleye angler, the drift paddle is just a phenomenal tool. Whether you're trolling spinners real slow in big waves, maybe you're rigging structure and it's really windy out and you just want to slow your drift down. Now, the original use for a power pole when it was designed is obviously the anchor portion of it. Being able to go up to a shallow pot of fish and be extremely silent, using that pole to anchor your boat and stay in one spot where you can attack those fish. But I think a very overlooked feature, and basically it's something that we use a ton of with the power pole, is simply around docking. It's what a lot of people don't really think of using that, especially because in our walleye boats we only have one. But what I will do often is I'll have a rope tied off the front of my boat on a cleat, tied to the dock, but actually use for the back of the boat the power pole to anchor the boat and keep everything away from the dock. So I'm simply just tying up the boat off the front, using the power pole on the back, and what that does is no matter what the wind direction, it'll keep the boat situated exactly where you want to have it situated. So this is a great tool to use specifically if you're fishing by yourself, because you can have your lanyard with the power pole remote attached to your neck. So as soon as you tie up off the front, you put the pole down in the back and your boat's safe and sound, so you can go get your truck and load your boat up. So not only fishing applications, but the power pole does things for you and helps you out on simple occasions, such as using it right by the docks. Pretty cool accessory you can put on your boats.
Spending the day in the boat with Dan and Gary is a unique opportunity to take a look behind the curtain. Every crankbait Berkley designs is tested in the field on actual fish. The Berkley Money Badger is in the final stages before release, and you're able to see exactly how they test them.
All right, so I'm going to tell you a little bit how we develop crankbaits at Berkley. This is a bait that Gary and Corey Spengler and I have been working on for a better part of 3 years. So the Berkley Money Badger here, and I actually grabbed, there's 5 sizes, but I grabbed the 675 here in particular, and we actually have the production mold of this particular bait developed, and we're testing it, making sure the fish like it. So when you look at this crankbait, number one, the thing I'm going to tell you is it's got a weight transfer on the larger sizes. It's got a tungsten weight transfer, so you're going to be able to cast this bait a mile. It's got a one-knocking rattle tube in there, so you got the great one-knock sound. It's got the flash disc technology, the better than balsa action. These are the things that we put in these baits to make them better crankbaits, better fish catchers. Walleye, good one too. Yeah.
Well, that one bit right at the end of the cast, right next to the riprap. Gives me a little bit of time, huh? Awesome. Let me get around you here.
Okay.
Boy, he hit right close to shore right at the end of your cast, huh? Wow.
Here he comes.
Oh yeah. Come on, buddy.
Nice, that's a good one.
Yeah, that's a good fish, Dan. Nice job, Dan. Boy, on that special color, that's not fair.
Yeah, this is a special little prototype color.
Try on the bigger one, then you use a color that you don't even tell me about.
I made that switch, I didn't tell you anything.
Well, it worked. Oh, there you go. Yeah, that's a nice fish.
That's a nice bait too.
Yeah, yeah, it is. I mean, that's a cool bait. I vote for that one to get into the mix.
Yeah, well, you may have something to do with that, so.
I vote for it.
Okay. All right, walleye. There he goes.
Awesome.
Off to swim another day.
Okay, one of the things that I like to do on a bowl-shaped body of water like this is I'm looking on side scan. The shoreline, actually, the shallower areas on my left-hand side. And you can see there's a nice lip that we're coming up into shallow water. I like to see that because walleyes a lot of times will hang out deep and then move up shallow to feed. So that's one thing in its favor. And so now I'm looking for structure. Sometimes it'll be stumps and logs, sometimes it'll be rock piles, a structure that could potentially hold fish. This is looks like a log jam or an old building. And so I'm gonna go upwind from here and I'm gonna anchor because I wanna cast back to these fish. And then that actually will hold my boat right in this position. Now, since I turned and went upstream, these pieces of structure here, we'll cast crankbaits into those and over those and hopefully catch some fish.
boy. We're going by this tree, Gary.
Okay, I'm gonna have to pull us back.
I got him
Dan,
out. I got him out.
And then I'll anchor up, okay? Okay, here I come. I had to get it so we wouldn't run into this tree. There you go.
Yeah, here he comes. There we go.
Got him. You had to wait for me because I had to steer the boat around some obstructions.
Oh, there we go.
That was kind of fun. We're wrapping you around the tree.
I thought it was lost there. So
I started backing the boat up so we could get it around here.
hit right by that silo there
Yeah,
too.
I saw where you cast it.
Yeah, I
thought,
just
God,
twitched
that was
it
a good
once
cast, and boom, you said, I got one.
Yeah.
Living right up there with the farm animals.
Yeah. Right there. Silo fish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
The next bite is brought to you by Mercury Marine. Go boldly. Schaefer's Specialized Lubricants, putting equipment first. Tracker Boats, fish the finest. Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's, your adventure starts here. Berkeley, catch more fish. Lowrance, find, navigate, dominate. And Power Pole Total Boat Control. Hot topics, leading information in tackle and techniques to make you a better angler. Presented by Mercury.
On today's boats, we have a lot of accessories and a lot of times we have a lot of electronics. With the newer sonar out today, running clean power back to your battery terminals a lot of times is your best bet for your cleanest picture. And the product I'd like to talk to you about today that makes life a lot easier is this battery plate kit from Mercury. Now what this allows me to do is it gives me more options and more surface area for all these wires that are coming back to your battery box. And a lot of times you're trying to stack maybe 5 or up to 10 wires on one post on your battery. What this can do is lead to problems down the road because you don't have a lot of threads holding that nut tight. And what can happen is vibration over time can loosen things up, and you're gonna have obviously failures with some electronics, but the worst case scenario is it can lead to a spark, which can in the end lead to fire. I have it set up here in my boat and you can see it's very clean because it organizes things very nice where I'm not stacking a lot of wires per, in this case, hex head. What Mercury's kit comes with here is it comes with 2 bigger posts and then 5 smaller ones, which gives me a lot of areas to spread all those wires out. You know, these bigger ones here I can run from my big engine. Maybe it's a jumper from another battery to run in parallel. And what this also allows me to do is it comes with a very large battery terminal cover. Now this is a requirement in all boats, and what it does is it simply snaps on, which is this is going to stay in place. It's always been a tough thing to find is a battery terminal cover that can accommodate a lot of wires, and this kit does have that. So this is one of those super easy products that allow you to make life a lot simpler and obviously organize this battery compartment. And obviously at the end of the day, if I do have a problem, it's easier to get things than trying to pile a bunch more terminals back onto that post after I'm done. So just one of those super easy products that make life a lot easier.
Testing crankbaits in a target-rich environment is important. You have to be able to see what crankbait action is outperforming the others. Once they have tested the bait in different locations and different techniques, the bait then goes into full production and then hits the shelves at retailers.
Oh, there's one, Dan.
Good one, Gary?
He feels like a pretty heavy fish.
All right, I'm gonna reel in here.
Can't really tell yet. Man, he just crushed it. I haven't seen him yet. Staying straight down. I can't hardly move him actually when he's trying to come off.
I'm looking for him here. Okay.
He's pretty close.
Getting closer here.
Yeah. Get off the side of the boat. Now here he is. Oh, here he comes. Oh,
Nice.
Dan, look how big he is.
Nice! All right.
Wow.
Look, and it swallowed it too.
Yeah. Danny, look at that fish.
Look at that. All right.
That's nice. Very nice. Yeah, he swallowed it. Absolutely swallowed it. Come here, big bugger. Yeah. when they swallow them, I'm a little bit afraid to stick my hand in there for fear you get the crankbait right there, you know?
Yep.
Okay, there it is. Holy moly. You want to get a pliers, I think, if we're gentle. We should be able to get it out. There we go. Nice. Yeah, although he had it down, it was pretty easy to get it out. So yeah. But, you know, whenever they do that, I like to get them back pretty quick.
Yeah. Great fish, Gary.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Thin wall, aggressive, hard thumping action. So what we could do with this bait, kind of lost it there. Increments, I can do all that. I need, you know, there's some actual information that I like to, let's knock this one out.
Are used to going shallow because they do have some, normally the lakes aren't crystal clear, so they have some cover from the sunlight and stuff. So let's start that over. You could see these little lines in here. Actually, you don't want to run up on a stump like I just did. Area where I basically, and this all looks good, don't get me wrong, but where basically I can, a couple of them actually, I'm going to hit them again. Well, I hit that one hard enough to stop the motor, but I don't think it can hurt anything at this speed. Yeah,
Chunky little 3-pounder.
right out of the, almost out of the barn door.
Yeah, I casted right in between the silo and the barn.
Yeah,
there.
I saw that. It was a perfect casting.
Yeah.
I actually saw him hit almost before you started reeling.
Yeah.
It was like I was looking right at your rod tip for some reason.
Nice.
Very good fish. Hey, he's not real big, but compared to those 10 inches I've been getting, yeah. All right, man, I'm gonna let him go.